2. Welcome to the SITSHOW with KRISKO and me, someone who is not Jeff KRISKO, because there's only one Jeff KRISKO, and today it is him. Jeff, how are you doing today?
There actually is another Jeff KRISKO. That's the
Oh,
thing.
I hate that.
There's a kid that I finally,
Welcome
we
to
put
the
up enough
Sit
stuff.
Show
We
with
got indexed,
KRISKO.
and my presence is felt enough throughout the interwebs that I've destroyed this kid that really likes turtles. His YouTube channel was really destroying my presence for a long time there.
I have another
But
Evan Hoovler, and he always gets mad because he's like 10 years younger than me, and every time he signs up for anything, he has to be Evan Hoovler too. He's always, like, you always
correct.
sniped it, yeah.
You should start registering Evan Hoovler too with a second account whenever you register anything, just to really get that, just to really twist that knife a little bit. Oh boy. So week 16, folks, used to be the finals, not anymore. Um, I feel like we're giving away even more free labor, now that the league's gone to 16 weeks, but, yeah, I hope everybody's still alive in their fantasy semis. I have a feeling, Evan, this is going to be a very sparsely populated show.
All of our viewers are in the fantasy football semifinals.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already had 3 games happen, and like I have multiple leagues where the odds to win are already over 80% because we've had huge games from Puka, from JSN, from Kenneth Walker, from Saquon Barkley. We've had a good game from AJ Brown. So like there's not a lot of tough decisions left to be made. It's a lot of just like like sweeping up around the edges. I feel like.
I hear you. Just a quick on-air production note. I have to leave 10 minutes early, so 9:50, because I'm getting my nuts cracked.
Not very far.
Sir.
Well, it's a ballet.
Sir.
It's a ballet.
All right,
I don't know if you want me to say.
So let's get the ball rolling with some inactives. This MF loves getting his nuts cracked. All right, let's roll through with some inactives. As always, these are in the description. Geno Smith is back. Just funny because in golf league I'm in the semis and I am not taking Kenny Pickett out of my lineup because I'm feeling we see Kenny Pickett today. It's a real brain genius move there.
I mean, Tony said it. He's like, all quarterbacks average about 20, so you might as well roll the dice, and if you get a 0, you get 20. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, this is the man who took Jalen Milroe at 1.01, so he was really rolling them dice on the Jalen Milroe packages that never really came around. Justin Fields is out. Tua Tagovailoa is the emergency third quarterback. Huge fall from grace to have Quinn Ewers starting over you, and Zach Wilson to be backing up. For running backs, Nick Chubb and Woody Marks are both expected to play, as is RJ Harvey. Alvin Kamara, Dylan Sampson, and Bam Knight are out. Bam Knight was placed on IR this week. Drake London, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Alec Pierce are all in at wide receiver. Keon, Coleman, Gabe Davis, Sterling Shepard, and Ricky Pearsall are all out. At tight end, David Njoku, Noah Fant, Mason Taylor, and Tyler Conklin are out. And I forgot to mention Rashee Rice, Tyquan Thornton, also inactive among wide receivers. So a whole mess of guys not playing this week. And this is what you start to see towards the end of the year, especially with teams starting to be out of it. All right.
Yes. Will Kansas City try, or are they just going to feed Parkinson?
Well, who's Parkinson?
Isn't he the tight end in Kansas City?
No, it's Travis Kelce.
Who's Parkinson?
He's on the Rams.
Oh. As you can tell, I am full on week 16 mode.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we stand. I'm taking an ideological stand against doing my boom players of the week. I'm going to go in the lab in the off season because they've been missing so often that I don't want to give them. So I'll just give good matchups going right now. Just kind of get the ball rolling. Number 1 matchup on the week is Bryce Young. Justin Herbert is 2, Gardner Minshew 3, Aaron Rodgers 4, Jacoby Brissett 5. Tony mentioned on TH Fantasy that he was worried that the Falcons, because they're so bad, they won't give Jacoby Brissett the chance to go in catch-up mode. I disagree with that. because there's no run game. There's literally no run game. Like they're starting Michael Carter, who's more of a pass catching back. They're backing him up with Amari DiMercato, who's also a pass catching back. So Jake Brisket has been like a top 3 quarterback every time he started, but well, nearly every time. But he's probably going to be closer to like top 8. I'm still starting him. A sign of the times: the number 1 running back matchup on the week, Evan, is Audric Estime. So, could you even tell me what team Audric Estime is on?
The Niners.
No, he's on the Saints.
Oh.
He was a favorite of mine last draft season, so feeling good about him finally coming through. Then number 2 matchup is Bijan, then Bucky. Aaron Jones is the 4th best. James Cook is the 5th best. This is really interesting for my home league because I have Bijan and my opponent has Bucky and James Cook, but I also have Puka and JSN. So this could be like a slobber knocker. For the wide receivers, the best matchups are the Falcons guys. Second best matchup is DK Metcalf and and we'll say Adam Thielen. No, I'm just kidding. Third best is the Rams. So that doesn't matter. Fourth best is Jawan Jennings. So fire up your Jawan Jennings tomorrow night. Fifth best is the Chargers guys, but I feel a little bit itchy about that target distribution. It's probably just means good things for Lad McConkey. Fifth best matchup is, tight ends. Best matchup, Panthers guys. Doesn't matter. They simply do not use the tight end. Darren Waller has the best matchup, but he does have Quinn Ewers. Brenton Strange has the best matchup of a guy who has been getting consistent volume. Fourth was, I believe, the Commanders versus tight end, so that doesn't matter. And fifth is Kyle Pitts. So those are your best matchups this week. All right. We have thousands of questions.
Speaking of
viewers, is it just me?
We have
talking to myself.
We have viewers. Speaking of Adam Thielen, what happened there? He went back to Minnesota and it was feel good because he's from Minnesota and he'll retire a Viking. And then they cut him and now he's in Pittsburgh. What did he just realize Minnesota sucks or what's going on?
My guess is when you see those random cuts in the middle of the year from a team that's out of it for a veteran, it's usually they're doing the vet a solid where they're like, hey man, we're not playing for anything here. You're barely playing. Why don't you go try to get yourself a ring? And so, so they cut him, but then, and then Pittsburgh picked him up off of waivers. So they were probably banking on him clearing waivers, but that, didn't quite end up happening.
So much moving.
Yeah.
Sounds
I mean,
this
he got traded to the Vikings like at the end of preseason. So in the last like 3 months, he's moved from Carolina to Minnesota and then Minnesota to Pittsburgh, as I like to say.
Got him. Good. Hope they lose to Detroit. That's cool. Are your Niners going to get the number 1 seed?
Man, it's tough. They're winning in. So here's the thing: the Niners' last road game is Indianapolis, which is on Monday Night Football. If they win that one, they have all home games from here on out as long as they continue to win. So if they win against Chicago, they win against Seattle, they're the number 1 seed. And then it's all home games, including the Super Bowl, because they will be the number 1 seed. They control their destiny.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, the only problem is we saw what happened to Chicago last night, and I don't know. And the Seahawks, we saw what happened. So it's a tough road, but yeah, I it's doable. It's doable. The Niners have already beat the Seahawks once, and the Bears, I feel like they're a beatable team. Right. I'm getting too cute. I'm setting my Waleed DFS lineup. I'm getting too cute with it. I'm gonna go Bryce Young. I'm gonna go wide receiver. Shockingly, Jalen Coker has been the wide receiver one lately, not Teteroy McMillan. I think he's banged up. So interesting play. Let's see. All right.
I
I'm
need
trying
you
to
to
figure
vamp. Weird family news is breaking. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So I will
Not
be
that you weren't
vamping
already
for-
vamping anyway. My bad.
Yeah. So what I'm working on right now, for folks in the chat, is I'm working on my Waleed DraftKings lineup for the Waleed challenge, which I'll link. I think I can link this in the chat. It may not let me because it's a link, but it doesn't like that. All right, there we go. All right, OJ's in the chat. What's up, dog? Muddled into the semifinals with the weak receiver room. Pick one of the BTJ killer, Khalil Shakir, Chris Godwin, Xavier Worthy, and I'm guessing that's Keenan Allen. Pick one. Here's I'm gonna rank these guys and I'm gonna give like conditionals. So the number actually, you know what? I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't know what Chris Godwin did the last couple weeks since being back. So I'm gonna look into that real quick because he was just fell off my radar entirely. Let's take a look. Chris Godwin, 18 targets last 3 games. Feels like we've got a real Khalil Shakir situation here going on with Chris Godwin. Khalil Shakir prime is going up against the Browns. So I'd probably put Godwin ahead of Shakir. I'd put Allen behind Godwin. And then so that leaves it with BTJ and Worthy. And I think the real question here is do you need a good floor play? In which case I would go Xavier Worthy. Because Xavier Worthy against the Titans, he's probably the best play because no Rashee Rice, no Tyquan Thornton. So it's going to be Xavier Worthy and Marquise Brown. And it's going to be Gardner Minshew. So I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of quick strikes. So I have a feeling he's going to get like 7 targets probably. Not a lot of high value targets. But he'll probably get more targets. And then BTJ probably has the higher ceiling because the way that they've been using BTJ since they got Jacoby Myers is really interesting. His ADOT over the last 5 games or so, his average depth of target is around 20 yards downfield. And so they're using his like give me the ball alpha receiver traits to win balls downfield. He's like a souped up Christian Watson is the way that they're using him. So if you're looking for like high upside, I would go with BTJ, just knowing that it's entirely possible that it falls off a cliff. But he has the highest upside, I would say. So I would go I would rank him probably BTJ, Worthy, Godwin, Shakir, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, I mean, he has the best matchup, but who knows what I was lamenting the Chargers wide receiver core before that question. PPR, would I go Coker or Tet? I think Tetaroa McMillan is injured. Not like in a way like he's not going to play, but I think that's why he's fallen off lately. Jalen Coker has just come on lately, and in full PPR, I would go Jalen Coker. So that's where we're chilling at right now. All right, Evan, is everything okay?
I am back. Everything is not okay.
Uh-oh.
My mother-in-law fell down and is delirious.
Oh, no.
And my father-in-law has a colonoscopy tomorrow, so I had to cancel my appointments. And you know I make tons of appointments for the first Monday of winter break because that's the only time I have. So I had to cancel them all and take him to a butt camera thing, to put it gently.
A butt camera, huh?
Yeah. And I guess my wife and the boys need to monitor her mom tomorrow.
Oh, boy. So, do you need to go do anything right now?
No, there's no way. I got to get my nuts cracked in half an hour.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, understood.
So, yeah, I was running through OJ's question.
Thank you for vamping there.
Oh, yeah. No, thanks, OJ, for the question. All right. Let's see. All right. So, I'll go back to try to build my DFS lineup for the Waleed challenge, as I'm coming to call it. I really like Where was he? Bryce Young here. Bryce Young for $5,100. Oops. Oh, searching for Houston. Bryce Young at $5,100. That's like oops. It's like the 15th highest salary. It's below it's below Tua Tagovailoa, who's the QB3. So I'll take a Bryce Young in the number 31 matchup. And then let's see. At running back, who's got the good matchups? Let's see. I'll throw in an Audric Estime. Get a real cheap value in there. Let me do this. All right, so I got Audric Estime in there. Looking at my guys, let's see. What is Darren Waller costing? Let's check out a Darren Waller, huh? I have a feeling he's probably pretty cheap because of the Quinn Ewers of it all. Oh man, I'm scrolling. Did I miss him? Let me just search him. Waller. Oh, $3,500. Okay. Darren Waller, $3,500. Interesting. Let's see some other options at tight end here because I'm feeling I might be falling into a trap with that. Not really. I could roll Anthony Ferkser for $2,500.
Thanks for the well wishes, OJ. She is 81.
Woo! As my in-laws are currently in Iowa because my wife's grandma fell and broke her collarbone. So
I'm so sorry.
Best luck too. Yeah, best luck. So, I'm gonna pair Young with Coker. This is of course not a GPP. This is like just a small group. So, I'm not trying to go crazy with it. So I'll go Waller. I got Bryce Young. I got Jalen Coker. Let's see. I got Bryce Young. I got Jalen Coker. Trying to see what else I can do.
I'm going to have you off screen for just a second. Nobody be alarmed. Keep talking.
No! Whenever Jeff's not on screen, all the characters should be asking, where's Jeff?
They do. They do.
That is a Poochie reference, folks. All right, let's go. Beep boop, beep boop. Let's get, let's see. Of my top 5 matchups, I already have Audric Estime in there. Bijan is the second most expensive player. Bucky is $6,700. I'll go Bucky. He seems to be the best dollar per. I don't know. He's losing goal line touches. I'll go James Cook instead. James Cook, Buffalo at Cleveland. 5th best matchup this week. But it's Cleveland. I still don't. Oh no. Myles Garrett is simply no longer tackling. What's it called? Running backs. So it'll make up really well for our boy James Cook. All right, and then I'm gonna roll DK Metcalf against Detroit. That leaves us with wide receiver flex DST with $18,900 left. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go wide receiver. That means I can really spend up at wide receiver. I'll take Sun God. So I've still got $5,000 remaining. Let's fill out our DST.
And I've just linked our Mythic Football Weekly League in the chat here. Feel free to join on, especially if you've never played. It's cracking packs and equipping dudes with gear in a fantasy football way.
Sorry, I got lost there. Yes, Mythic Football. I'll be doing a Mythic Football lineup in a second too. So
nice.
I'm rolling the most expensive DST. It makes the most sense. It's the Houston Texans against Geno Smith. I shall take that. All right, that leaves me $6,500 for my flex. There's simply one option here. Ooh, actually, there's a few options here. I've got in the $6,500 range. There's Chris Olave, there's Javonte Williams, there's Jameson Williams, and there's Rico Dudu, as we call him, Rico Dowdle. I think I'm gonna roll Jameson Williams here. Ever since I have to be very careful to click the correct J Williams, putting 2J Williams at the same exact price point is diabolical. Jameson Williams, since Dan Campbell took over calling plays, has been a monster. He has last week. Sorry, I went the wrong direction. 9 for 134 and a touchdown last week. 9 for 96 the week before that. I'm reading the target. 7 for 134. 7 for 96. 7 for 144. At $6,400, that feels like a steal. So I've got my lead challenge lineup set. It's going to go Bryce Young paired with Jalen Coker. I got James Cook, Audric Estime as my running backs, DK Metcalf, Sun God, Jameson Williams as my 2 wide receivers in my flex, Darren Waller, and the Texans defense/special teams. Okay. Any questions in the chat?
Welcome to the chat, Tony. If you're in the chat, join our Mythic Football and see what it's all about, people.
Yeah, Tony's the one who on TH Fantasy clued me into the fact that Myles Garrett simply no longer tackling, which is perfectly fine. It's like, that's honestly, yes, I agree with that. The Browns were like, no. It's gonna be different this year. It's gonna be different. Please stick around. Please don't leave. And then it was exactly the same. And so now he's just sack hunting, which works perfectly fine for me.
Yes, indeed.
I do want him to get it in 16 games, though, so nobody can be like, oh, well, it's a 17-game season.
Agreed. He deserves it.
Yeah, Tony also cluing me into the hoodie that I'm wearing today. The 2008 Global Financial Crisis hoodie. Tony posted it in Throwing Fits in the Discord, and I was like, I simply must have that. And it's a very comfortable hoodie, so it all works out.
Very nice.
All right, so we got the matchups out of the way. We've got the DFS lineup out of the way. We got all that going. Let's crack some packs. Let's go into Mythic Football, shall we?
Yes, I'm already there.
Oh, no. Retry. Uh-oh. Oh, I have to log back in. That's why. Get out of here. Buccaneers.
And when you're in there, if you feel like it, share your screen.
Sure. God, making me click other things? This is ridiculous.
My bad.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody.
Do you think Drake Mays can throw some interceptions today? I can either put interceptions plus 12 points or gain 5 completions.
Drake May has been known to throw interceptions in the past.
Done.
All right. Is my screen showing, Evan?
No.
That's
probably
shared it.
That's a me issue. Here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be on your side.
Yes. Now you're on.
Now it's showing. All right, perfect. So now I just heard a disconnect noise. I think it was because it's not showing my screen anymore. All right, we've got Mythic Football here. Nice clean UI going on with Mythic Football. So what this is it's a game that we're in a partnership with. From their Evans boys, some guys who've been around the site for a while. Hobo Stew, Eric Braz involved, yeah, or is he just testing?
He's testing.
He's testing.
He's just
so some guys that in and around the football absurdity oeuvre, we'll say. So it's a fun game. It merges like ripping packs, like Evan said, with a little bit of like D&D because you're equipping stuff to players with fantasy football. So. You get, was it 2 legendary packs and then it goes down from there?
I think so.
Okay. So legendary pack, 2 remaining. So we're going to open a legendary pack. These are going to be your highest players. JJ McCarthy, Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, and then also your best gear. Tom Grady's playbook, which is passing yards, total oh man, I accidentally selected it. No. Can I cancel? No. All right. I was trying to get the description. Here feedback for because we're beta testing this. Feedback. Confirmation button before selecting.
Agreed.
So, yeah, Tom Grady's playbook. I accidentally chose this legendary equipment. Total passing yards multiplier multiplied by 2. All right, so let's open another legendary pack. Justin Herbert, Devon Achane, Nico Collins, scoring book audible. So gain 5 completions and +1 point per completion. And cleats of teleportation. Player gets ×4 rushing yards. So, with where I am right now, like, you kind of want your goal, or what it seems like the goal is to find one player that breaks everything. So,
Yep.
because I have this point, this like double my multiplier for Tom Brady's playbook. Also, this is another here since we're beta testing this. Evan, it says it's a common. I don't know if you want to let the guys know that it's
Huh.
common. Yeah, it says it's a common down here. There's nothing common about Tom Brady. All right, so Justin Herbert against Dallas. I think I'm gonna pair Justin Herbert with Dallas. So I'm gonna legendary my guys up right here. So I'll go Justin Herbert and Tom Brady's playbook. And then we've got one of our 3 rare packs. So we've got +0.6 per reception. 20 or more carries gets you 10 plus 10 points. 8-point bonus for every 80 rushing yards. I feel like Rock Tote Bag without a running back already is extremely difficult to do because we're into the rare round. We're out of the legendary round. If I had like, I don't know, like Christian McCaffrey or something like that, then I would probably feel better about Rock Tote Bag, but I'm not going to carry that because it doesn't make sense because getting 20 carries is a lot. Like that's difficult. And especially as you go down into the rares and the commons, you're likely to just, that's a wasted pick.
Hey, did you join our league?
I don't think I did. I think I screwed it up.
Hey, Minnie, we're playing Mythic Football. There's a link and a code in the chat if you want to do what Jeff is doing right now.
Yeah. And then so for beast mode, 8 bonus points for every rush yards. Same thing. I'm not really interested in these 2 particular gears because it's gonna be difficult for them to kick in. 0.6 points per reception. I mean, that'll work, especially with like T. Higgins. I don't think he should be playing today, to be honest with you. Like the Bengals are playing out the string, and with an injured Woody Marks, like he could probably be splitting time with Nick Chubb if he does play. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get yet another legend. I'm gonna get another item, 0.6 per reception. So Tom Brady's playbook's going to Justin Herbert. 6-finger glove going to whatever great wide receiver I get. Hey, this is working out perfectly for me. We've got Chris Olave in a plus matchup against the Jets. I'm not even really interested in looking at everything else here because I'm digging this pairing here. But points per receiving yard increased by 0.1. Actually, that's really good. Ooh, I might roll the dice and see. I think I'm gonna roll the dice and I'm gonna make a monster wide receiver. So let's go into the 3rd rare pack. Ugh, Stephon Diggs. I blew it. Kareem Hunt. I don't want either of these players. So 8 bonus points for every 80 rushing yards. We're already there. Plus 25 carries. We're already there. Multiply base receiving yards by 2. All right. So whatever wide receiver we're gonna get is going to be. Oh.
I wish there's Saturday football.
So we're gonna have CD Lamb with multiply base receiving yards by 2. 0.6, an extra 0.6 points per reception, and points per receiving yard increased by 0.1. Going to CD Lamb, folks. That's going to be monstrous. All right. So now we've got Derrick Henry, Jacoby Myers. Incompletions give plus 0.5 points, plus 15 pass attempts, minus 15 completions, and multiply base rush yards by 2. So since I don't really have a running back yet, I don't want cool runnings. Incompletions, I mean, that would be gaining points literally every play that Justin Herbert has. And then 15 pass attempts and plus 15 completions. I don't have any synergy for that, so I'm going to leave that one there.
Minnie says you're getting streamer luck right now.
I know, I am. For me to pull those 3 and then pull CD Lamb, I'm like, man, now I know how the MLB The Show guys feel when they pull Shohei Ohtani on day 1, the streamers. So So it comes down to me to anti-gravity jockstrap. Derrick Henry,
What's that called again?
anti-gravity jockstrap.
Oh,
And
my.
completions give plus 0.5 points. Derrick Henry, not a great matchup. Jacoby Myers, not a great matchup. So I'm gonna go gear here. I'm gonna give the incompletions give plus 0.5 points. So I'm trying to gear up Justin Herbert and CeeDee Lamb. Actually, I think this is a glitch, Evan, because I've had nothing but rare. I've had 2 legendary, and actually this should be my yeah, I'm having so many rares. I am having streamer luck. Plus, oh man, I can't continue to gear up CeeDee Lamb. He's fully geared up. Incompletions, I'm not going to double that up on Herbo. Carries 0.5 points. I'm going to go with James Cook here. Yeah, James Cook. I think he'll produce against the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, Evan. Okay, finally the rare packs are counting down. All right, so so I've got a QB, one of my 2 running backs, one of my 2 wide receivers. I would really like to. Ooh, I was gonna say I'd really like to gear up Justin Herbert with another thing, and I think I have it. So we've got Peyton mode, 5 bonus points for every 120 passing yards. Not really interested in that because that's probably only going to trigger a couple times. I don't think he's going to get like 360, so I'm not really super interested in that. Also, it doesn't really have synergy with my other guys, like incompletions 0.5, total passing yards total. So, here's a question: does passing yards total point multiplier include Peyton mode? I don't think it does.
What's Peyton
I
mode?
don't think 5 bonus points for every 120 passing yards.
That should stack. That should stack.
Oh,
Remember, I've had multiple 2,000-yard passing weeks from dude, so it has to stack somewhere.
Okay. So then I am going to go there then, because I was going to go with carries and pass completions equal 0.4 points, but I'm going to stack Peyton mode with Tom Brady's playbook. So now I've got a fully kitted out Justin Herbert and a fully kitted out CeeDee Lamb. Now we're getting into the part where I'm just doing the let's wrap it up motion. Your first touchdown is 0.4 plus 4 points. Carries gain 0.3 points. 2 bonus points for every 75 passing yards. So I can't do Eli mode because I'm already have Justin Herbert's already fully kitted out because you can only have 3 equipment. Carries gain 0.3 points. That might work for James Cook. Your first touchdown gain 0.4 points. Not super interested in that because if my guy doesn't score, that's a wasted pick. It's honestly between BTJ and Walkabout, and because of the matchup, Denver, I'm gonna go Walkabout. Carries gain 0.3 points, so that's going to James Cook. Get him kitted out a little bit. All right, Mike Evans. Again, Quinshon Judkins is a bad person, so I got Herbert, James Cook, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans. Let's see what gear we've got. And that's perfect because I get the run back. Oh, no, Rico Dowdle, not great defense. All right. I'm just going to keep re-rolling my running back. All right. Plus completions don't matter. Plus 20 rushing yards, plus 16. Ooh. 0.5 points per uncaught target with Mike Evans. That might work out because they're going to give him a ton of targets. And I can't use plus 60 passing yards. That won't work. Plus 20 rushing yards. I've already got, I'm not really interested in that out of James Cook. Because his bonus right now is carries, not yards. And gain 5 completions, and I can't run that. So I'm going to run target practice, and that's going to go to Mike Evans. So let's re-roll this running back again. Chase Brown against Miami. I'm not even going to look at the rest. I'm just going to roll that. All right, so now we've got, let's see, we've got 3 packs left, and they're all going to be gear. So I've got a fully kitted out Justin Herbert, fully kitted out CeeDee Lamb. I'd like to kit out James Cook if I could. But we've got quarterback box, quarterback gear, potion of accuracy. We've got quarterback gear, Flacco Cannon. We've got quarterback gear, potion of Omaha. So those are out of my brain. Make-A-Wish gloves, gain 10 targets. That has some synergy with Mike Evans getting a points per target, per uncaught target, because those would automatically be uncaught targets because they're not real. But I'm going to go with the multiplier of 0.4x receiving yards. Let's go catcher's mitt so I can start kidding out Mike Evans as well. All right. All right. Again, we've got quarterback gear for Toss Far Potion, for Potion of Bad Defense, for Eggs Benedict on my face. So those are out of the way. So we've got Russian receiving yards plus 0.25 X, and forward progress gain 4 points for every 60 rushing yards. I don't like the tiered ones. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, but I don't like the tiered ones. They gain 0.4 points or gain 4 points for every 60 rushing.
I hate those.
Let's go with Russian.
I wanted to have an X in it or
yards.
go home.
Yeah, Russian receiving yards point. That's how I'm playing too. So we've got the tiered ones. We've got a tiered one. We got a receiving multiplier. We got a rush yards multiplier. We got a pass yards multiplier. So right now I am kind of working on kitting out what's it called? Mike Evans. So I'll go with the 0.4 receiving yards multiplier. All right. So now click the rectangle icon to assign gear directly, or circle icon to swap gear for gear. So now we're going to equip this stuff. So Justin Herbert, I'm going to come down here to the unheld. I give him Tom Grady. I'm going to give him, that's right. Tom Grady to Justin Herbert. Anti-gravity jockstrap to Justin Herbert. And 5 bonus points for every 120 passing yards to Justin Herbert. So with Justin Herbert, I've got incompletions give half point, 5 bonus points for every 120 passing yards, and passing yards total multiplier is multiplied by 2. So for every 120 passing yards that Justin Herbert gets, I'm going to get a 10-point bonus on top of his passing yard points. So then the next goal, I was going to kit out CeeDee Lamb. So let's kit out the CeeDee Lamb stuff. It was going to be 0.6 points per reception. You go there. Multiply base receiving yards by 2. You go there. And points per receiving yard are increased by 0.1. So now I have a fully kitted out CeeDee Lamb. The max you can put on one player is 3 gears. I didn't mention that, but I was playing that way, so I hope folks picked up on that. All right, now let's go in and equip the rest of this because we got 5 things left. I'm going to go in. I'm going to clear out. I know Whirly Legs. My goal was to give that to Chase Brown because he has rush and receiving yards, so I feel like that'll work out better. I'm going to give Mike Evans 0.5 points per uncaught target, multiply the receiving yards, and multiply the receiving yards. So per uncaught target, he gets half a point, and then he gets 0.8 multiplier times receiving yards. And since James Cook is going to get a bunch of carries, actually, you know what? I'm going to take the gear off of Chase Brown. I'm going to gear up James Cook. All right. So now I have an ungeared Chase Brown. I have a fully kitted out Justin Herbert with like buku points. I got James Cook with some. With carries gain 0.3 yards and Russian receiving yards have a 0.25 multiplier on them. CeeDee Lamb, this is another big one. Multiply base receiving yards by 2. 6-finger glove, he gets an extra 0.6 points per reception, and points per receiving yard are increased by 0.1. So that doubles your receiving yard points. Because if you break it down, you get 1 point per 10 yards. That's 0.1 per yard. So your receiving yardage points are doubled. Mike Evans, he's just getting some, he gets an extra yard. He gets almost an extra yard for every yard he gets, and every uncaught target, he gets half a point. So that is my Mythic Football for this week. It's mythicfootball.com. Evan put a link in the chat if you're interested in that. I closed the window. Now we're going to have Streamception because I'm back on the stream. So I don't think we have any questions. And I've gone through all my bits and bobbles.
Yes.
So we got any questions in the stream?
I kitted out James Cook. No. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what I went for.
Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm giant in the stream. I took over the stream.
Yes. That has been resolved.
It's all me. It's all me with my my Sunday hair. Sundays is when I clean all the gunk out of my hair because I put leave-in conditioner in it all week, and I wash it, and so it's really floppy on Sundays.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So Evan's getting his nuts cracked. I'm going to my buddy's. It's my buddy's 40th birthday, and he wanted to get as many guys from the fantasy football league that we've been in forever together. The You Haven't Been a Very Good Friend to Me league. Which
Oh
that
my
guy
God.
got kicked out. That guy got kicked out for inactivity. He's gone forever. I kicked him out of the baseball league like 3 years ago, and I said, "Hey, if he notices that he's no longer in the league, I will let him back in." And he's never noticed. And I impacted the same rule for our home dynasty league.
Wow.
So yeah. So yeah, we're about half my fantasy football league, which honestly, given that we're mostly spread out throughout the country, is a pretty good haul. We're going to a sports bar to watch games this week for my buddy's 40th.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to sneak my phone out in a classy theater with way too many white people.
That's okay. If you get caught, it won't be the worst thing that I've ever seen happen, because it will be less horrible than Lauren Boebert
That
getting
is
kicked out for
that is fair. I mean, I love I love my son, but
let's see, manually interfacing with her constituents. That's what we'll say Lauren Boebert did in Beetlejuice.
yes. Let's give it one more minute and call it early.
Yeah, we might be calling this early, folks.
I got
Like I
places to
said
go.
when I said off the rip, this is probably going to be a sparsely questioned stream because we've had so many massive games already this week, and we've had 3 games with tons of fantasy implication in them. That I have multiple matchups that are already 80-20.
Nice.
In Lions Blood League, which is Walker's home league, that Walker asked me to join this year. My week was over before I had a single player play.
Good luck to you, Tony.
I went up against Puka and Kenneth Walker. Oh, here we go. We got a question from
Oh,
Minnie.
nice.
Half PPR, Audric Estime or Jaden Higgins? Give me Audric Estime. So the Texans are probably not going to have to throw that much on the Raiders. We're probably going to see a game where if they both play, Woody Marks and Nick Chubb both get like 15 carries. It's probably going to be a couple long Nico Collins catches, and so I'm not really feeling the Jaden Higgins. Audric Estime last week in partial time had 3 carries, 3 targets, and 3 catches. So I have a feeling they might be running him a ton of little dump-off passes to get him the ball in space, which is where he's best. So I would go Audric Estime over Jaden Higgins in that one.
Fabulous.
And
Thank
the Jets
you,
are
OJ.
just god awful since trading all their good defenders.
Good luck to you too, OJ. Good luck to everyone in their fantasy semifinals.
Good luck to everybody unless you're playing against me. Also, Evan, so I was telling you about how I had an underdog lineup that I forgot about.
Yes.
It's going to hit a brick wall. It will not be advancing. Here are my wide receivers. Ricky Pearsall, out. Devontae Adams, out. Josh Downs has Peyton. Oh, not Peyton. That'd be great if he had Peyton. Has Phillip Rivers as his quarterback. Torrey Horton, currently like wide receiver 9 on the Seahawks. Pop Douglas, who knows? And Marvin Mims Jr. Bo Nix is like 25th option right now.
All right. Diggs versus Baltimore. Oh, sorry. I'm stepping on you. Finish, please. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's about to hit a brick wall.
Half PPR. Diggs versus Baltimore. Godwin versus Carolina. Or Booty versus Baltimore.
Booty.
Um,
You just make the word booty. Yes.
I,
Yes, it's funny.
here's the problem. You simply cannot
Pirates booty. Okay, that's a different kind of booty. That's a snap.
start
Yeah, that's not butt.
Stephon Diggs, but you also
What else
simply
is a snack?
cannot start Keyshawn
Jesus.
Booty.
Jesus, RSA.
Therein lies the rub. Keyshawn Booty has 8 targets over the last 3 games. I can't trust either Stephon Diggs or Keyshawn Booty. I would say if you're just trying to log some points, it's probably Stephon Diggs. If you need a guy that could go, 3 for 90. That's probably Keyshawn Booty. Neither are good options to be frank with you. But I'll say the big play guy that's actually on the field, Keyshawn Booty. But Stephon Diggs simply not on the field over the last few weeks. Oh, Woody Marks is expected to be inactive today? Okay, so that's breaking news. Woody Marks inactive. Everything I saw before the game was that he was going to be active. Yep, looks like rap sheet 3 minutes ago. Woody Marks expected to be inactive. So fire up your Knicks Chubbs in your matchups. And I have to go into my home league and swap out Woody Marks for... Oh, God. Oh, geez. Woody Marks for... Oh, Audric Estime. Let's go, baby.
Oh, nice. You would have done that anyway.
Yeah, I'm living the way I tell people to live. So, yeah.
Fabulous. And that, Higgins is also an option in that. Would you start Higgins over Diggs, Godwin, and Booty?
I'd go for Booty.
I would not start Higgins over Godwin. I would probably start Higgins over both. I had to rank it. I would probably go.
Is it?
I would go Godwin by a decent margin, and then I would go. I'd probably go Higgins, Diggs, Booty. To be honest with you.
All right. And now we are calling it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, audience.
Good luck, everybody. Hey, Will be back next week for the finals. It is the last thing I'm doing for the season. It feels great. We're not doing a Week 17 review podcast. I would just like to remind everybody the official stance of Week 18 leagues here at Football Absurdity, which is join a real league, please.
Yes, you heard my son in the background passionately
Evan,
arguing for Booty.
No Boberts.
Done.
Well, yeah, he's a teenager. He is going to be passionately arguing for Booty.
Fabulous, I guess. I don't know. This is my reality. All right, bye-bye.